Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just going to talk a little bit about something that came up a couple of days ago, and that is a question of whether or not Quad Web will be returning or not returning to Married to Medicine. So I think it was on Twitter. Apparently, someone said the show is not any good if you're not on there. They prefer the show with Quad on this. One of the fans said that of Quad. And Quad was like, well, I'm only going to be on for 2 more episodes. So that's got, blogs going, people, discussing on their various social media channels. Is Quad not returning? Is that really true? Is she only in here for 2 more episodes? If it sounds like it's true, I mean, she said that's it. She said she's done, or she won't be around, or they didn't give her a contract beyond, I guess, 7 episodes out of what they do, 18 to 20 episodes, perhaps. And it's got a lot of people talking. A lot of people are asking the question why, or other people are asking what happened, and et cetera, et cetera. Let me just say this. Quad was a breakout star by, that many say that she was a breakout star from season 1. That's what many say. I didn't see her as a breakout star, but I saw her as someone who was interesting. I placed her and Mariah on pretty much right on level with each other. I didn't see her as the one to look for. I didn't think of her in that regard, but I did think of her as a what they used to have on Real Housewives of Atlanta, frickin' frat. Her and Mariah were really cool, and I thought they were funny. But whatever the case may be, we're going to go with that. She was the breakout star and things went left and all of that. I think that now we're seeing a situation where most of the group is not seeing it for her anymore. They feel as though she only wants to be around them when it's beneficial to her. She only wants to be around them to film. That's beneficial to her. And then that's it. So the thing about Married to Medicine is that there are connections off camera that helps makes this show a genuine show. Unlike many other of these reality TV shows where the people don't actually, a lot of the castmates don't interact beyond the camera. On Real Housewives of Atlanta, you have, based on the last cast that we saw, Candy and Kenya actually interact with each other. They are friends. They have had been invited to their children's different birthday parties. They talk and interact beyond filming. They are truly cool with each other. Okay. I don't know who Senya talks to beyond the cameras. I don't think any of the cast members. I don't think Marlo talks to anybody else on there. And Drew, I don't think she speaks to anyone beyond the cameras. So, it's and it has generally been like that. Even when Nene was on there, you would see Nene was really cool and friends with Cynthia off camera. She was really cool and friends with Marlo off camera. Even friends with Portia off camera, okay? Until things went left. But nonetheless, she was still cool with them. Okay. But on Married to Medicine, there was a lot of camaraderie before the camera started rolling. Jackie and Simone been knowing each other over 20, probably 30 years. Jackie delivered Simone's youngest son, okay? Mariah knew Simone. Mariah knew Quad. And they had a really good friendship. Mariah and Jackie didn't know each other. They were not friends. Mariah did not know Toya. They were not friends, but they grew to have a friendship until Mariah just overplayed her hand and got voted off the island. We're seeing Quad in a very similar situation. Quad came on the show Married to Medicine. She was actually married to medicine. She was married to Dr. Gregory. Okay, she was married to Gregory. He's a psychiatrist. She was married to him, but they came in with issues already. Okay, they came in with some issues. We didn't know to the level of how bad it was But anyway, we later found out that, there was some abuse going on and there was cheating and things of that nature. They eventually got divorced. Now, before they got divorced, Quad was letting the ladies know that she's having some issues, and she was saying how Gregory wants a child, and that's not something that she wants to do at this time. Really, what she was saying, it wasn't something she wanted to do with him, because she wasn't in love with this man. Let's be clear. And the ladies seem to be most of them seem to have been siding with Gregory in this whole marital situation. And I think they based it off of limited information. That they felt like Quad should consider having this baby. And I think they just were not seeing the bigger picture here. This woman was unhappy with this marriage and definitely did not want to have a baby with someone that she's not in love with. So there comes the beginnings of a divide. Her going through this divorce, her not getting the support she felt she needed from Jackie, from Simone, at this point from Heavenly. She's just not getting the full support, and it became problematic. So she gets a divorce and she begins working on Sister Circle, which was on, I think, TV1. It was a show pretty much like The View or The Talk or The Real, any of those talk shows where the ladies sit around a table and they discuss whatever is the hot topic of the day. And she was on that show. When Quad had her birthday party, I think it was one of her birthday parties, she said in front of the cast of Married to Medicine that her real friends were the ladies from Sister Circle. And that's when the nail went into the coffin, as far as I could see, for Quad and her stay on this show, because now she has publicly stated on camera, these ladies are not her friends from Married to Medicine. The Sister Circle girls are her friends. Well, Sister Circle got canceled, and Quad got, divorced. And when she came back, she was very distant. People had not heard from her and things like that until it was time to film. So it was a very rocky situation. And then this whole thing with Anila and the whole robbery situation that Quad was, I don't even want to get into all that, because that was just really ridiculous. And then supposedly Quad running around here sleeping with her contractors. If she did, so what? That's what I thought. But anyway, we know Quad is dramatic. We know Quad is over the top. Quad has made it clear these are not her friends. So they have made it clear that they don't see it for her, period. They do not see it for her. And, Jackie even said, you know what, Quad comes around when it's beneficial to her. I don't have time for it. I don't, Quad was like, they should have been reaching out to me, and likewise, and vice versa. It's all about Quad and her lack of accountability. And I think that the inability to express concerns is what broke down this relationship. Quad was going through what she was going through, and I think she should have been a little bit more detailed. I think she also should have said, I'm expecting you to support me as I'm going through this situation with Gregory, and you're not. You're supporting him. And that hurts my feelings. And that makes me feel as though you don't support me. You're not my friend. I think if she had said that early on, maybe that could have changed the trajectory of their relationship. I don't know. But now we are here. Okay. And, we heard that Quad was negotiating her contract. What I think happened when they got ready to film this season that we're on now, what I think happened is they weren't going to bring Quad back. I don't think they were going to bring Quad back. I think they were very focused on bringing in Phaedra. I think that when I say they, I'm talking about the production as well as the network. I think that Phaedra was the focal point. They wanted to make sure that they did what they need to do, whatever the budget was, make sure they had room for Phaedra. That's the number one thing I think they had on their mind. They removed Contessa and Anila. That's money they could save. They don't need them on the show. Besides, the show wasn't moving forward great with those two ladies anyway. So that's fine. Move them out the way. All right. Then you got Gregory and his wife, Sweet Tea, who will be a newcomer. Well, at the time, she's fiance. And they're like, okay, well, since we've decided, they've been bringing it to our attention, Heavenly, we know Simone and Cecil have been really trying and pushing for Gregory to come back with his fiance. Okay. Well, it would be very interesting and make for good TV if we have Quad back now that we know we got Sweet Tea and Gregory. Let's see if there's going to be some drama between the new wife and the ex-wife and the ex-husband. Okay. So they decide we're going to bring Quad back. All right. But I don't think they want her back for the whole season, because I don't believe that they want to spend the whole season just focused on something that may not even come through. I don't think they knew or wanted to focus all season on Sweet Tea and Quad, especially if it wasn't given anything. Okay. And I think that, the whole situation about Quad coming to the bachelorette party, which she normally would not have done, but it made for a little drama. Not the drama I think they were expecting, because it was not Sweet Tea that went off on a tangent about Quad. It was Toya who went off on a tangent. That really wasn't the way things supposed to go. But that's how it ended up and landed. And it didn't land the way I think producers wanted it to land. And so we also saw interaction between Quad and Phaedra. Now, I think they were looking, producers, I'm saying when I say they, were looking at these two becoming, well, first of all, neither one is married to medicine. And so these two can be the new freaking frat of the franchise, right? And it's not landing yet again, because I think Phaedra is getting to know Quad, and I don't think she is liking what she sees. I think she was taken aback. I think the whole reaction that Quad is giving, as far as not taking accountability, which is really coincidental that Phaedra would be put off by that, considering we know Miss Phaedra don't like to take accountability either. There's like two peas in the pod, in my opinion. But okay. So then, Phaedra plans out this whole resurrection at Willy Wonka's funeral home, and she's thinking that Quad's going to make amends and apologize for her part in the relationships, and it didn't happen that way. So I think Phaedra's just like, okay, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, especially with Quad. I might take a step back from this lady. And it's just not landing. I think the producers was trying to get something with Quad that they just couldn't get. Quad didn't give them what they were looking for. Now, the argument about not being married to medicine. I don't think Phaedra needs to be on there, quite honestly. I think Phaedra, she's not married to medicine. We're not seeing the man, the doctor allegedly that she was dating. They put a little smiley face over one picture of him, and that's it. We don't even see her family. She got two boys. We don't see them. We just see her meddling in Sweet Tea's affairs, okay? And I just don't see her being, she just doesn't do it. I mean, she's not married to medicine if we're going to stick with that formula. Now, with Quad, I'll say this. I don't think she should have been punished simply for not being married to medicine anymore. She came on the show, married to medicine, but now she's no longer married to medicine. I don't think that should have been a punishment. Any of these ladies could have been divorced at any point in time. Simone was on her way to divorce. Granted, she is the medicine in the situation, but, she was about to get divorced. Jackie was on her way to divorce. Yes, she's also the medicine. She's not married to medicine. They are the medicines. Maybe the circumstances would have been viewed differently because they are the doctors, but I don't think it was fair for Quad to be punished, for not being married to medicine. But nonetheless, it is what it is. And here we are today. And it's not looking good for Miss Quad. What I think should happen, and I've heard others, and I said this even last season, because it's very odd looking at Quad going on these couples trips and she doesn't have anyone with her. That looks strange and looks uncomfortable. Quad should go over there to Real Housewives of Atlanta. They are doing a recast and they are shaking it up. I know they probably leave a couple of people on there from the previous cast. My guess is they probably going to leave Candy. and Marlo. I know a lot of people don't like Marlo, but I'm guessing they might leave Marlo. Okay. I don't think Kenya's coming back. As far as Sanya and Drew is concerned, Drew might come back. That's a big maybe. I don't think Sanya's coming back. But nonetheless, I think Quad needs to be over there, because it doesn't matter about her being married. They all about the shenanigans and the stunts and shows. That's where she needs to be. Okay, so she can do all the stunts, all the shows, give all the soliloquies and the monologues that she want to give. That's where Quad should be. So let me know what you think. Do you think Quad should leave? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's best for her to go elsewhere? Give me your thoughts. Talk to you guys later. Peace.